Hello and welcome to Risk Management for Therapists and Health Coaches. My name is Wilf Archer and this is a recording of tonight's presentation. The purpose of the presentation is not to make you risk managers, but to give you an insight into risk management coaching. In other words, doing what you're already doing what you're already competent at and applying it to a new market. So what is risk management from the organisational perspective? Well, they would want to know what a hazard was, a risk was, and what risk management is. So a hazard is any situation or condition that has the potential to cause harm, and that's harm to people, material, equipment, or the working environment. A risk is the likelihood of that harm being realised. And risk management is a process of identifying the risks, evaluating their potential and determining the most cost-effective method for controlling them. So that's how the organisation looks at it. You've got two main areas. One is strategic risks. These are hazards and risks that need to be taken into account in judgments about the medium to long-term goals and the objectives of the organisation. And these cover political, economic, social, technological, legislative, environmental and customer, but based on the medium to long-term goal. And the operational risks. These are hazards and risks which managers and staff will encounter on the daily course of their work. Again, these cover professional, financial, legal, physical, contractual, technological, environmental. But again, these are the ones that people face. The operational risk harm the individuals and then harm the organisation. Strategic risk harm the organisation, then harm the individual. So risk management, well, it's all about making the right decision, because wrong decisions can be catastrophic, and your role helping managers to manage and people to cope with the risks that they face. Now, one of the examples that I can use is the banking industry, where the risk was evident but people got caught up in the moment and made bad decisions, and now we're all paying for it. So if you can help managers to make the right decision, then you give that business a competitive edge and you can save them money. Here's an example. There's a situation where a car drove off a harbour wall and it sent along a pickup truck with an extending arm to pick it out, and everything was going fine. Decisions were made, the car came up, which was great. Unfortunately, they did not consider the risks with regards to the pickup truck. Bad decision was made. So we now have a problem. We've now got a car and a pickup truck in the harbour. So they sent for a bigger pickup truck, which quite easily brought the car out, no bother at all. Everything was safe, all the decisions were made correctly. Then it goes on to the next one, and all we get is a combination of bad decisions. Now, we had Murphy's Law, which was what can go wrong will go wrong. That's Paddy's Law, that Murphy was an optimist. Unless people take the time to stop, think before they act, then it can be catastrophic for their business. So Risk Management 101 was the package that I sent you. That gave you an insight into the manager's mindset and also what they have to contend with. Then combining this with your existing therapeutic and coaching skill set, i.e. you're good at goal setting, NLP, guided visualization, coactive coaching models or Tegro models, whatever you use with your clients. You produce the ultimate model and give yourself that edge by giving your clients that edge. They need your help, and you're the ideal person that's placed to give that help. So that's why therapists and coaches are ideal suited, because risk management involves people, and that is where you have unquestionable expertise and competencies. Risk acceptance is based on personal perception. Risk control is governed by personal transformation. And what influences perception, which is a person's attitude, their personality, their memory, their past experience, their ability to process information and skills and training. Only one person can influence that, and that's you. If you look at stress management from an organisational perspective, which many of you have done in the past, then there are the 6 management standards, which is demands, control, support, relationships, the role and change. Again, who better than you to help managers manage these areas of high risk? The risk package helps you through the process, but there's more to it. Because risk management coaching is a potentially massive market. It's a select niche. There is little competition. You can demand high fees. I presently charge £225 a session and do 2 sessions a month per client for a minimum of a 6-month contract. I deliver corporate training at £2,000 a day. And I still get to focus on the people, and I still help with the problems. But as a risk management coach, we get to concentrate on the ones with the money in the wallet. So the risk management package that you bought from me looks at the risks employees face when confronted with violence, needle stick injuries, trauma, cancer, ill health, accidents and loss of a colleague, etc. Check out the toolkit and pick a niche to serve. Don't try and serve them all, just pick one. For example, if you take needle stick injuries, a gardener gets accidentally stabbed with a discarded needle. Who does he turn to for help? Well, the onus is on the organisation to support him and his family. He'll suffer from stress, so stress management responsibilities come into that. But that gardener will be faced with 3 months of stress waiting for the results of his HIV test, his syphilis test, his gonorrhea test, his Hep B, his Hep C test. And he will also have to go through his sexual relationships by wearing a condom in case he might infect his partner. So these are the traumas that they go through, and they need help and support to go through these things. But we can cover that at a future time. But you can provide that service and that support. So building a risk management coaching business, take the information you've got, choose your niche, list the occupations that have specific problems within that niche, list the typical problems that you would come across, identify the solution that you bring from your therapeutic or coaching background, match your service to the organisational risks that we identified earlier, and present your marketing campaign, and your business will be successful, and your success is assured. However, just in case you feel that you're out in the cold a bit, I will be offering a 2-day residential certified course to become a professional risk management coach. It starts towards the end of May 2009. This course will be uniquely tailored to suit therapists and health coaches. The syllabus will cover risk identification, risk analysis and risk control within a coaching framework. So the example I gave earlier about needle stick injuries, we will go into the types of environment where the workforce need to have the risks identified. You can help analyse the risk for the organisation and implement sufficient controls within the coaching framework. That's what I do on a regular basis. The course will cover establishing the context, identifying the risk, analysing the risk, evaluating and ranking the risks, and then how you would treat those. It would also include what's expected of the organisation for monitoring and review, and the communication and consultation process. But more about that when you want to know more. The risk management coaching process with the package I've got still talks about identifying the risks, what kind of risks exist, what might occur in the future, analysing those risks, understanding these risks and the incidents, causes and impact, and controlling them so you can reduce or eliminate them. Physical controls and organisational controls. But the next step is up to you. This is your opportunity. The choice is yours. I'm not going to try and force you. But can you afford to miss out on what is the next major coaching growth that's going to face us in the UK and the United States? If you want to know more information, please drop me a line or give me a call, and we can arrange a time when we can sit and chat. Thanks very much.